Hey everybody, I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's that live interactive program. It brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set, so stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Leading things off, we revisit a sit-down. It's a wonderful discussion with the founder of a labor of love, ElderCare Education and Consulting. She joins us to shine a light on how her company is helping professionals navigate the responsibilities that come with being primary caregivers for their aging loved ones. Let's take a look at our conversation with Terri White. Check it out. Terri, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bob, for having me.
Terri, I haven't seen you in a while. You usually meet up at different places doing different things. And give us a little background on how you got started and how you got into this.
Well, I was born to parents
Yeah.
in the early 60s, and that wasn't a popular thing back then. So if you think about it, I've been dealing with older adults my entire life.
Uh-huh.
So I end up becoming the caregiver for my grandmother, my father, and my aunt concurrently.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and I was looking for services. They own property. My dad owned the business, and it was extremely challenging.
You were running a
And
lot of different things in your household, huh?
I was raising children, my child and other people's children, and I was also working for New York City Transit at the time.
Local
So I had a
100?
lot going on.
Local 100.
By then I was in Triple SA.
Triple SA. Okay.
Mhm. Yes. So I became the primary caregiver
Uh-huh.
in multiple households, and I
Hmm.
needed resources.
Yeah.
So I would go one place and they would say, go here. And then I would go another place and they would say, go here. And after a while, I was like, this is what you put older adults through and people who are experiencing disabilities, that they have to run here and there and everywhere.
And they couldn't
And when you
possibly
go to
do
point
that.
B,
Yeah. They couldn't possibly always do that and it's just keep everything right and tight.
right. And they weren't always physically able to do that.
Yes. Yes.
And some people emotionally, they're not able to do that. So it's a lot. And if it was overwhelming for me, it had to be extremely overwhelming for them. And everyone doesn't have someone who can step in and advocate for them.
Yeah. 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 And they can't, sometimes they can't remember all of those things. It's like all the things that are coming to you at a late stage in your life. It's like having pills in these different medicine boxes that you got to take, you got to remember. They need somebody like you to line all of that stuff up for them or help them out with it.
Yes, the balancing doctor's appointments, financial planning, family conflicts, the legalities of it all, while holding down a career, raising a family,
Yeah.
it's a lot. So
And sometimes the
I looked
caregiver
at how,
needs that help, you
yes.
know?
So we needed to structure and plan and basically turn chaos into some form of clarity.
And that's how you created ALEC,
Yes.
ALLEC.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's how it was started. I would come home and people would have notes on my car, notes in my mailbox, and they would ask me to support them with filling out various information, various forms. They would ask questions. They started bringing me forms. So when I came home from work in the morning, because I worked midnights,
Yeah.
people would be at my door, like literally waiting for me.
You say,
And on a Saturday morning, I would have people in the living room and we would have a discussion and I was helping them fill out this and help them find paperwork. And with my mother also being a community advocate,
they
people
knew who to
started
come
asking
to.
her. Mhm.
They knew who to come to with mom being a community advocate.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, so then how do you get all of that finance? How do you get the help with that financially to help you to continue to do that for other people?
So there are various ways that we do that. One, I have a private pay organization where people actually pay for services. And I also partner with nonprofits to bring education and resources to the community.
Yeah.
So that is really how we get it done.
And talk about your outreach. Do you visit community centers or
Yes,
senior citizen
community.
centers?
Yes,
Yeah.
community centers, not necessarily senior citizen centers, but they're more services that are in line with the work that I do. So with that, we partner with financial planners. We partner
Mm.
with insurance companies. We partner with attorneys, and
Yeah.
we give seminars together. Um, you've seen me out and about presenting at other people's retreats.
Yeah. At first, I was wondering what you were doing until I found out that you were,
Mhm.
helping other people get what they need out of life, which is so very important. We talk about it all the time here. People who are
Mhm.
out doing special things. But what makes your approach to caregiving different from traditional care management?
It's the culture, right? We have to think about the cultural pieces, right? We have an interactive and a proactive approach to uh, like care coordination, right?
Hmm.
We are a project manager. Think of it that way, that your family, your person, your aging loved one is the project. And there's so many moving parts and pieces, right? They're the legal pieces, they're the environmental pieces, the financial pieces, and it all has to come together in addition to the
Yeah.
doctors, your landlord, possibly. And we have to bring everybody together and create a team because everybody really needs to be not necessarily on one accord, but we all need to know what each other is doing.
Yeah, I was going to say on the
So,
same page. But yeah,
mhm,
but so you come in and you educate the family or other caregivers who are working with their parents, the elderly.
yes. So we educate the family. We create a roadmap because you got to have a guideline. You got to have a plan.
Yeah.
Most people just wing it. As each task come up, they just deal with each task. And that is a approach, but it's not necessarily the best approach.
Right, right. That's like if you're going on stage to speak to a large number of people, give me a blueprint as to where we're going with this, and I'll take it from there. Because you use your
Exactly.
expertise and you have your blueprint, and you say, okay, this is what we're going to do along this road.
Exactly. You need some form of outline.
Uh-huh.
Naturally, we don't know what's going to happen. Someone can fall in the middle of the night, things can change.
Yeah.
Someone could be lucid today and not clear tomorrow. So we try to create as best as we can a plan that you can pull into action at any time that you need it.
Yeah. What are the biggest mistakes that families make by not planning ahead? You have to prepare before you get there. I mean, we're all going to get old, and our parents are going to be old. When we were growing up as kids, everybody looked old. If we were looking up to them, right?
Yes, I think the word old is the thing. We think we need to be old to plan.
Uh-huh.
Planning begins like at 18, to be perfectly honest with you.
But a lot of people are
Because when
not
you
going to do
go,
that at 18 because they don't feel old or look
correct,
old.
correct. But there are some aspects of planning. It might not be a full comprehensive plan,
Yeah.
but there's some aspects of planning that we need to engage in. So when you go off to school or when you get a job, they ask you who your next of kin is, your emergency contact is. You have to often fill out a healthcare proxy
Right.
if you work in a safety sensitive title, right? So think of it that way. And then when you get married, now you have other people that are dependent on you, right? Now you have um, also new people to leave something to that you have to think about. So at each milestone, we have to think about what is next and what is necessary
Yeah.
and what we have acquired. When you buy a new home, now you have something else to think about, right?
And where you're going to lay. A lot of people don't think about that or don't want to think about that. Where do I want to be? Do I want to be cremated? Do I want to go to this cemetery? How do I want to present this? And
Yes.
when you mentioned how do I leave things to different people in the family without getting everybody upset? Coming by your coffin,
And if
looking
they
at
are
you like,
upset, that's
why
okay
should
too.
that?
That's okay if they're upset.
Yeah,
But you are in control.
yeah,
It's your things. You get to say where you want to leave them. I get to say where I want to leave my things. But we really want people to be able to at least have a list of everything that they have,
yeah,
right? And all the documents that you have. Your birth certificate is in this drawer. Your separation papers is in this drawer. Your military papers, you don't even know where they are.
yeah. But a lot of
We
people
want to,
leave that all scrambled out, and now everybody's looking for stuff all over the place when something happens.
yes, we want to at least have you bring all of those things together
That's a good point there. That's a good point.
in one place.
Yeah. So, where are you operating throughout the 5 boroughs, throughout the tri-state area, or throughout the country?
Yeah, throughout the country, we do workshops all around the country, which is great. Uh, as far as resources, mainly in the 5 boroughs and Westchester, Nassau, Suffolk County, we have attorneys as resources that are licensed in other states because a lot of people have their foot in New York and their foot someplace else. And you need to have legal documents that represent many different spaces and places, and sometimes internationally.
Yes.
So you can find us in Brooklyn, is primarily where we are located.
40 plus essential documents for caregiving and crisis planning. That's on your
That
website?
is yes, that is what I was just sharing, how I want people to begin to at least gather the documents. Check your documents.
I'll take a
Make sure
picture
your
of that
name is
too.
correct.
I think I
Make sure
got it.
your name is correct on your documents.
Put that back up so people can take a picture of that. It should be like a one of those things what do you call that code that you put on there?
A QR code. Yep.
QR code.
If you go on the site, there is a QR code. You can go to, as you know, you can go to bit.ly, bit.ly/in the number one place, IN the number one PLACE, and you can download it.
Yeah.
And that's a start. That's step one
That's
to
step one.
caregiving.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
step one.
they can contact you if they want to. That information is on the website also?
Yes, they can follow me on Instagram at a labor of love ElderCare. They can call the office at 904-452-4464. And we will support you. We will hold your hand,
Oh.
because that's what most people need. They need a guide.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Because, there's a lot going on. And when people reach a certain point, it gets kind of crazy for them to even take on a couple of functions. So it's good that you have this organization where you can come in and help others move along and navigate. I like that. I like that you're out there helping others. That's what I'm all about. And in fact,
Well,
that's a
thank you for
passion.
that. Thank you for that. Our former First Lady, Rosalind Carter, who was also an aging advocate, she has a quote that says, there are only 4 types of people in the world. And that is those who were caregivers, those who are currently caregivers, those who will be caregivers, and those who will need to be cared for.
That's right.
So we will all fall into one or more of those categories.
And let it be a circle of love, because it all comes back around to you.
Yeah, it is a laborious task.
Yes.
It is a lot of labor, time, money, energy that you expend, but we do it because we most oftentimes love the person or the people that we're caring for.
Yeah. Terry, thank you so much for sharing that with us, all right?
Thank you so much for
Come
having
back.
me.
Our house is your house. Terry V. White, founder, A Label of Love, ElderCare Education and Consulting. We appreciate you and love you. And many thanks to our friend Terri White. She's doing incredible things through her organization, providing vital resources for so many families. We wish you continued success for this year and beyond. We'll take a quick break. Wait. We've got more open coming up next.